Did you know that you're eternal? Did you know that your soul is eternal? Because it's the very composition of who God is. If God is eternal, then you are eternal. Because remember in the last video, and one of the videos before, we were talking about how the soul of God was breathed into you. So that means if God is eternal, then so are you. And you might think, well, no, because then we're going to hell or we're going to go to heaven. And if you believe in that dual mindset, then you'll realize that you have to be eternal. Because if in your mind you think people are going to go to hell for eternity, then they have to be eternal in order to stay there for eternity, or else they will die before eternity hits because they only live like 100,000 years. Or in heaven, if you're not eternal, you're going to live for like 10 million years and then expire because you're not eternal and heaven is. See, the reason why these concepts are eternal is because we are. And yes, I get it. That sounds weird because we've been taught since little that bad people are going to hell for the rest of eternity because they misread the Bible and they misread Jesus and what he really spoke about. But we'll get into those later. But for now, I want you to realize that you are eternal. Whichever way you want to cut it. You want to cut it religiously and talk about heaven and hell? Well, heaven and hell is eternal, right? Then you should be too. Then you have to be too. Otherwise, you wiggle out that judgment. You see? That's like being sentenced to prison for 8 years and you only live 3. Oh, well. You see? No, you're eternal. Don't let anybody take that power from you. Don't let anybody take who you really are.